Hi everyone, this is Mincy and welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to farm labs super easily, super consistently, and for lots of profit. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you what keys and key cards we're going to be using. So obviously the first one we're going to be using is red. We're also going to be using the yellow labs key card, along with the green labs key card, the purple labs key card, the black labs key card, the weapons testing area key, the lab's arsenal storage room key, and lastly, the residential unit keycard. However, we will not be using the blue labs keycard because in my opinion, that key is absolutely trash and is a complete waste of money. Now moving on, you're going to want to bring the biggest backpack that you can. I'm using this raid backpack, which is the largest backpack in the game, and I'm also bringing 2 tactical rigs with me that have a bunch of space in them, and each also have 2 2x slots with them. Next up, you want to make sure you're bringing a good weapon. Also bring good ammo because you're going to be prioritizing staying alive. Sticking along with that theme, I'm going to be using level 6 plates in my armor, so if I get shot, I'll know these will protect me. And finally, I would recommend bringing 2 injectors cases just because we're going to load up on so many stimulants that it's worth having storage to put all of them in. Now to show you guys how I loot labs, I'm going to be using a loot route, and I'm going to be showing you how to use that route by starting off in this area where I marked with a red dot on screen. So as you can see, we are in the reception area and I'm going to head left up these stairs. This is because first I'm going to be heading to the red and violet rooms. The red and violet rooms is to the left of where this center area with the cat statues are. Open this door, and first we're going to head into this room. Use your violet card to get in. The first loot locations are going to be on this shelf, which can spawn in any of these areas, including on top of these books where you can find an intel folder spawn. There's also a spawn on the ground here, on top of the filing cabinets, and down in this corner where you can see I found a Bitcoin. Next up, look on the ground here again, right next to this shelf. And there's a spawn here in the chair, and there are several gold spawns on this table as well. Next, you can check this shelf for even more gold spawns in the corner, along with some good weapon mods. In this little room, there is a gold spawn on the ground, along with some gold spawns on this shelf as well. Not to mention, there are several crates that you can loot all along this room. There are also 2 weapon crates outside that you can loot as well. Heading across the hallway, you can use your red key card to access the next room. Once you come in, there are going to be several very high tier ammo spawns on this left shelf, so I'd recommend picking some of those up. Next to this printer here, there's a gold spawn along with a gold spawn on this table here. Next on the shelf behind the desk, there are several gold spawns here as well. Moving on to this little table here, there are a lot of high tier ammo spawns here as well. Right next to it is going to be this caged area, which we are going to use our lab's arsenal key for. The good thing about this one is that you can peer into the room before you actually use your key to decide if the things in there are worth getting or not. Finally, there is a gold spawn on the ground right here. As you can see, there's a wooden clock. And along with that, next to the gold spawn, there is a wooden crate with a bunch of weapon mod spawns on top of it. Moving on, once you go outside, look on these desks here and you will be able to see that there are some more high tier ammo spawns on top of these desks. There are also a lot of computers in here, so feel free to check those for graphics cards. Moving on, we are going to head to the right and visit the cat office. First, you're going to look to the left side where there are some spawns on these shelves, along with on the ground here. Next, you can see there's a valuable spawn on the table here, along with these shelves to the right. There are also some spawns on the opposite side of the table, so make sure to check there as well. Next, we're going to head back out to the left. And we're going to go into this room right here that is parallel from where we were earlier in the violet and red rooms. Once you're in this office, head to the left side to the back left cubicle. On these shelves here, there is a gold spawn. I have found Bitcoins here before, so keep an eye out for that. There's also a computer down here if you would like to search that. There are more gold spawns on these shelves, along with on the ground here, on the table, and these shelves here as well. Going into this room, there are gold spawns next to this laptop and right here where I found this press pass. Finishing up this room, there are tons of computers that you can loot as well if you have the time to do so. And on your way out, you can also check this jacket and suitcase in the corner. Next up, we're going to head to the right to this room right here. There's going to be a gold spawn on this comforter here, along with one on this desk here on the right side of this computer. Then we're going to leave the room, take a right, and head all the way down to this room. This is our yellow keycard room. Once you open the door, look to the right and you will immediately start seeing some spawns. There's some on the ground here, some on these comforters, and some back here in the corner as well. There's a gold spawn in this chair, on the desks, on the floor here, and in these chairs as well. For example, as you can see, I found a graphics card in this chair. Then in this little red gated area, there are 3 spawns, one on the right side of the filing cabinet, one on the left side of the filing cabinet, and one towards the wall. Once we've done that, we're going to head out into this new big area, and we are going to head to the right side, which is the dark offices. For reference, here's the dome in the center of this area, and the dark offices are right behind them. First, we're going to head into the right side of the dark offices, where you can check all of these shelves in the center for some gold spawns. Then you can loot the safe here along with a valuable spawn on top of it. Going into this room, there are some gold spawns on this table as well. There are more spawns on these shelves here, and after that you can go ahead and loot all of the computers in the offices if you have the time to, because there is a high chance that you can find a graphics card in one of them. Moving on to the second dark office, head inside and you can see that there are a ton of computers in here to loot as well. Then if you head to the right side, we're going to start off with the shelf where there are some gold spawns on there. If you head into the back of the room, there is again a safe which can have a valuable spawn on top of it, and you can just loot the safe itself too if you'd like. Again, there are lots of computers in here, so if you want to loot those, then go ahead and do so. Next, we are going to head down into this big central area and head to the weapons testing room. For reference, once you get there, there's the big central office that floats above the middle of the room, and right here is our weapons testing room with the white door. Unlock it, open the door, and head inside. On this left desk, there will be some high tier ammo spawns and some weapon crates on the ground everywhere. However, if you look closely next to the weapon crates, sometimes there can be some valuable spawns next to them, so make sure to pick those up. On this table here, there will spawn some weapon parts, and occasionally you will find some weapons in this rack too. Following that, next to the weapons testing area, there is this little computer lab area. Check on this server rack here first, and there is a valuable spawn there. And if you come over to this desk, some valuables can spawn on here as well. Just like the dark offices, there are tons of computers here to loot if you like to try to look for a graphics card. Once we've done that, follow where I go on screen to the opposite side of the room, and we are going to head up these stairs to the green room. For reference, we're on the second floor opposite of the central floating office, and I'm going to use my key card to open the door here. First, look on top of these med things here, and you can see that there is a stim spawn there. And once you head inside, first look to the right. There are med spawns on the shelves here, and all along these tables. Also, if you look in these petri dishes, there are LEDX spawns in all of them, so make sure to check those out. Over here on this table, there are tons of med spawns here too, so make sure to look at that. Now we're going to head into this room back here, where first on this table there is a weapon spawn, and down to the right there is a gold spawn. If we look to the right of the gold spawn, there are stim spawns on here, and on all of these shelves following. Now once you turn around, you're going to see this desk here. There is a gold spawn in this chair, and sometimes a weapon box spawns on this desk. Then there are some weapon mods along with high tier ammo that spawn on this shelf right here. Once I get out of that room, I'm going to head to the left here, and there are a ton of more stimulant spawns all over these desks and all over the ground, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. Now in this area right behind it, there is again a LEDX spawn and that kind of petri dish looking thing, and there are several stimulant spawns on these shelves. Now if you look along all of these desks, there are a ton of stimulant spawns, so make sure to look out for all of those. This is why I told you to bring 2 injectors cases earlier, because you will just gather so many that you will completely fill them all up by the time you are done looting this room. Finally, once we're done with the green room, we're going to head to the right towards these elevators, and then we're going to take a left to this stairwell right here. Head down the stairwell 1 floor and then take a right once you get out. This is the black keycard room. Once you go in, take a left and look at all of these chairs and all of the ground around these chairs. There are so many stimulant spawns in here, so make sure you are checking everywhere. In the back of the room, there are also stimulant spawns on top of these crates here. If you head to the back of the room near this med box, there are also tons of stimulant spawns on the ground. Basically, the TLDR is there are so many stimulant spawns everywhere, so just look out for them because you can literally find them everywhere here. And finally, if you head into the center room, there is a spawn on this stretcher here, along with 2 on each side. Then, once you get out of the black room, look to the right, and we are going to head down this hallway. This is our last room that we are going to check out before we leave. This area is relatively new to labs, and it was added during the Halloween update, but still remains and actually has some very good loot in it. First, if you look to the right here, you can see this weapons rack where tons of weapons spawn, and if you look down at the bottom, there are so many types of high tier ammo that can spawn down here. To the right of that, there is a duffel bag and a computer that you can loot too. Then head to the back to this room that says 07 on it, and this is where we are going to use our residential unit keycard. Open the door, and first we're going to look on the shelf to the left. On this shelf you can find stuff such as gold spawns, intel folder spawns, blue folder spawns, and all of the sorts. Then on this bunk bed back here, there is a duffel bag on the top and several gold spawns along this bed. There's also a weapon spawn underneath the bed, so always keep an eye out for that. Then there is a gold spawn on this computer right here. I've seen several Bitcoin here before, so keep an eye out for that. And then on this other bunk bed to the right side, there are more gold spawns here, and also sometimes small things like Veritas guitar picks and Bitcoins can fall in between the cracks, so make sure to look on the ground beneath it as well. And finally, in this room, there is a gold spawn on the beanbag, and on this chair next to it, there is a duffel bag spawn. Now finally, we're going to leave this area and head down to the right where this exit sign is. Head down the staircase, open this door, and head to the right side. We're going to go all the way down this hallway until we reach this elevator. This is going to be our way out, but as you can see, we need to turn the power on for it, so in order to do that, keep heading down the hallway till you get to this room all the way at the end of the hall. Open this door and head to the back left side of the room where you can interact with this control panel to turn on the elevator power. Then head all the way back and you should be able to call the elevator. Once the elevator arrives, press the side button to extract from the raid. However, sometimes you can spawn on the side of the map where we just exited, so instead you can take that route in reverse order. So the extraction on the other side of the map is going to be down here to the left, underneath these office rooms. Once you go in here, head down to the right down these stairs, and eventually you will come across this control panel in the corner. Follow these yellow pipes past these wooden crates to this door right here. Then cross this room and head through this door on the left. And we have found our other elevators. You can summon this elevator by clicking the button as well, wait for it to come, then again just like the other elevator, you can press the button on the side to exit the raid. Now with all of that knowledge, I'm going to show you a whole entire raid of me doing this route, so that you can see it being done in practice, not in offline mode. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. Now during that raid, I completely filled up my backpack and I also killed 5 PMCs. Now I'm gonna sell everything and tally up how much money I actually made from that raid and reveal it to you guys. As you can see, I earned around 2.8 million rubles, and that's not including the meds that I kept, the gun parts that I kept, and the stuff that I still have for sale on the flea market. So using this method, it took me only around 15 minutes to do this raid, so you can do it 4 times per hour, therefore making around 12 million rubles per hour if you are extremely efficient. And yeah, that's the video guys. I hope this guide helped you out. If it did, leave a like and subscribe for more Tarkov guides just like this. Also, leave a comment letting me know what kind of Tarkov content you guys would like to see me make next. And with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.